Good morning everyone. Welcome to Mathematical Adventures. Over the next few weeks at Family Fun and Learning, I'm going to be taking you on a little mathematical adventure journey at the sessions. And after the sessions, I'll be sending you over a little activity idea and some information from the PEEP Learning Together programme that will support your wee ones' numeracy skills. Now, the chances are that you guys are already doing a great job in supporting your wee ones' numeracy skills. Sometimes the natural interaction that we have with our children when we're chatting to them every day is supporting their numeracy skills without us even realising it. So what we do at the sessions is really celebrate all the things that you're doing already and help you to recognise the significance of how much you're helping your wee one, and then offer you ideas about how you can do that a wee bit more. So what I want to just let you know, I'm just going to give you a wee bit of information before we start our sessions, and that is that at the sessions what we do is we sing lots of songs, and I mainly use lots of traditional puppets and rhymes, and that's because we're all familiar with these. We're all familiar with these rhymes, and these rhymes, these traditional rhymes that we sing with our wee ones, have so many benefits to their learning, not just in numeracy, but if we're focusing on numeracy, then we'll just chat with them about that today. So when you think about this little friend here, this little fish, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish, so your wee ones are getting to recognise numbers, but they're also getting to recognise that while they're singing about numbers, they're actually using their fingers to count, and that's really important, isn't it? And all the way up to 10. So for your very youngest children, getting them familiar with what number 1, singing about number 1 and demonstrating number 1, singing about number 2. Now your wee one might not have heard this song before, or maybe it'll be new to you as well. So watch and then and just model to your wee one. Just show them. I'll be showing you all the actions to go with the rhymes. And so actually this is not a traditional rhyme. This is one called Zoom 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 We're Going to the Moon, and this is a great song because actually it helps us to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then it helps us to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's a great song for helping your wee one to count backwards. And of course, here's our lovely favourite, the nation's favourite nursery rhyme. This lovely twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. So of course we've got the shape of the star. We've also got, when we're singing about Twinkle Twinkle Star, we hold our hands up high, don't we? So we're sort of demonstrating positional language, which is a numeracy concept, something that goes up high and twinkles in the sky. And then we obviously at this song encourages us to make diamonds. Now when we sing these songs to our wee ones, we naturally demonstrate to them, don't we? You just do, because these are the actions that go with the songs. So you are showing your wee ones that this is a diamond. You're saying the word diamond and you're showing them what a diamond looks like, and this will eventually become embedded in your wee ones' mindset, and when they're thinking about diamonds on another occasion, then they'll maybe look back to the diamond in the sky and twinkle twinkle. So we've also got something, this little friend here who is Incy Wincy Spider, and he climbs up the water spout and then he goes down, so he's going up and he's going down. Again, that is positional language. And also in Incy Wincy Spider we make the sun, don't we? And the sun is like a circle, so we're making the shape of the sun, but we're also making it with our hands, and we're making it go round. We've got this fantastic little friend here who I have to include, not traditional, I have to say, but everyone knows this one. This is my little London bus, and when we're singing about the London bus, we're singing about the wheels on the bus, and of course the wheels on the bus encourage, again, our wee ones to make circles with their hands to show the motion of the wheels going round and round. So again, they're making circles. That's a really good one. Now this one again is a song that you've maybe been singing to your wee one from when they were tiny little babies. So actually you've been teaching your wee ones about numeracy for a lot longer than you probably think. So this is a little tiny friend, and he goes around and round the garden like a teddy bear. So again, we're making circles. And then 1 step, 2 step, again we're introducing number. And then under, actually I just thought about that one, goes under, tickly under there. So we're going under, again, a sort of positional language. And the last two I've got here are this lovely Peter and Paul. Two little dicky birds sitting on a wall, great for literacy. But if we're talking about numeracy, then we get the wee ones to make two, 1, 2 with their fingers. And then actually when we make one fly away, we're actually doing like a subtraction, aren't we? So we're teaching our wee ones about subtraction in a really fun and subliminal way. So I hope that that's helped you to see some of the significance of how important and how beneficial it is to sing rhymes with your wee ones from a numeracy point of view. So please look out for the sessions, join us, they're great fun, and I look forward to getting to know you. Thanks, bye. Hi everyone, hope you're well. What I'm going to do this week is I'm going to send you over a little video, a wee short video of me making some Play-Doh, and I'm going to send you over a little recipe so that you can give it a wee try at home. Some of you may have made Play-Doh before and might have a recipe, but for those of you who are new to it, I just wanted to show you how easy it was. So if you just stay tuned, and I'll just show you all the things that you need to make this and demonstrate how simple it can be. Okay, so what we've got is Play-Doh has basically got 5 ingredients. It's got some oil, whoops, it's got some salt, and it has some flour, and it's got something called cream of tartar, which kind of makes your dough a wee bit shiny and smooth. It's really nice. It's not essential for making dough, but it can help the dough to feel quite stretchy and give it a kind of nice texture. So 2 wee seconds while I pick up my cup here. So the idea behind making some Play-Doh is for you to get your wee one involved. And if you are feeling a wee bit nervous about cooking with your wee one or doing something creative with your wee one that might create a bit of mess, then one of the really helpful things you can do is do it on a day when you're in the mood. As a mum, I absolutely understand this, that there are some days where actually mess feels too much and you get a bit overwhelmed, and the outcome is never usually as nice as it could be. So what to do is choose a day where you know that you're going to have space and time, and you prepare yourself before entering into an activity that might cause a wee bit of mess. One of the things you can do is, if you've got an old table cover and an old shower curtain, or I'll just show you this actually, a big bit of Perspex that I bought from Wilko, which was a couple of £, things like that I kept in my kitchen if my kids are going to do art stuff or craft stuff, or do something like making Play-Doh, and then you're kind of trying to contain it a wee bit. So it is a really beneficial thing to do with your wee one in terms of supporting their numeracy skills. So I'm just going to demonstrate really quickly how easily it is to be made, and give you some ideas on how you can maybe ask your wee one questions and get them involved and get them chatting about measuring and get them chatting about numbers and counting, and we'll take it from there. So the first thing you're going to need is a bowl, and I'm just going to make a tiny wee amount today because you don't have to do things in huge scales, because if it's just you and your wee ones, if you've got older children at home, the chances are you'll all end up enjoying this Play-Doh experience, so you might want to double the recipe. But because I'm just showing you at home, I'm just going to show you in a very small amount. So we need a mug, okay, and the first thing we need for our recipe is some sugar, and it's basically a cup of flour. So what you could do to prompt your wee one to get them counting is to just get them involved in spooning the flour from the container into the mug and just getting them to count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spoonfuls of flour. Wow! So you're getting them involved in taking their time to count and to pass it into the bowl. Okay. So the next thing the recipe asks for, use this recipe language when you're talking to your wee one, because they might not understand everything that you're saying just now, but if you make it lots of times, then they will eventually become familiar with it. So the next thing is half a mug of salt. So I've already actually dispensed this in, so half a mug of salt, that's about half the mug. So again, it's pouring, get your wee one to pour it in. Okay, so we've got a cup. Ask them to remember to recall what they've put in. Can you remember how many spoonfuls we put in? How much salt did we put in? What do we need to do next? We need a spoonful of cream of tartar. So that's like one, isn't it? That's one. Can you show me one finger? One spoonful. Okay, and you take your time and pop it in to the bowl as well. Okay, so it's a nice dry ingredient just now. Lovely dry ingredients. And the next thing we're going to put in is some oil, some vegetable oil. And we need 2. So how many is 2? Can you count 1? 2. That's right, 2. So let's see if we can do this together, okay? And we'll put 2 wee spoonfuls of oil into the mixture. So far we've got 1 mug of flour, half a mug of salt, 2 spoonfuls of oil, and a little spoonful of cream of tartar. And the next thing we need is some water. It's quite a dry mixture just now. Hold on 1 second, we need some water. Now, get your wee one involved in pouring the mixture. So maybe just a tiny wee amount, so you're using that mathematical language again. Just a small amount, a tiny amount. Get them to use the spoon and get them to stir it. Now maybe they don't know, they've maybe never baked before and they don't know about stirring, but you could tell them that when they're stirring, they're making the spoon go round and round, and it's like a circle. Again, you're making all those connections with motion and shapes. Oh, and now it's a wee bit too dry, so I'm going to put another tiny little bit of water in it, so that another wee tiny bit, that's right, and mix it round again. Now the mixture's really starting to come together. Oh, and it looks, I'm just going to show you, it looks a wee bit sticky, okay? Just going to show that to you. It looks a wee bit sticky, you'll see it there. But all you have to do is, if your mixture's a wee bit sticky, is add a wee bit more flour. If your wee one puts lots of water in it and it becomes, sorry, if your wee one puts lots of flour in it and it becomes too dry, then all you do is add a wee bit more water. So if it's wet, you add a bit of flour, and if it's too dry, you just add a bit of water, okay? So although the ingredients are there, then you might want to just modify it just to get it right for you. So what you'll see from me just kneading this just for a few seconds is actually what is made from these really special 5 ingredients is a ball of dough, okay? Now you can put some food colouring into it, or you can put some essence in it, which will make it smell a wee bit. But I think if you're doing this for the first time, just keep it really simple. Keep it really stress-free and just make a small amount. Remember, your wee one's hands are really small, so for them that'll be a huge amount. And this Play-Doh will last about a week in the fridge, maybe a fortnight if you put it in cling film or into a plastic bag and you seal it. It will last about a fortnight in the fridge. So this is when the real good fun starts. Once this Play-Doh is made, the fun begins. Okay, and I'm going to show you some ideas about how your wee one, how you can extend your wee one's learning while they're playing with Play-Doh. Okay, thanks. Hi there. So what you can see is just basically the rolling pin that I use for biscuits and cakes and things like that in my own kitchen. And if you have a rolling pin at home, then please do let your wee one use it. Please don't feel that you have to go and buy a plastic child-friendly rolling pin. Your wee one will love using real resources. Our wee children love using the same things as their big people. It makes them feel that they're kind of it makes them feel that they can do the best job, I think, really, and that they're the same as you, is that if that kind of makes sense. Use a rolling pin. The next thing I want to show you is basically a wee set of cupcakes in a wee tin. This is like these wee tiny ones, and if you've got any cup cases at home, then you could get your wee ones involved in making some cakes and some biscuits. And again, it's just another way of, you could be thinking about how many cakes you're going to make, big cakes, little cakes. You might maybe have some birthday candles in your kitchen drawer that you can use, and you could have a party. So this is a wee teddy bear mould actually that someone gave me that I've never actually used before, but would be great for just filling with Play-Doh and making one teddy bear, one big teddy bear. Yeah, the next thing I want to show you is some colours. You could add some colour to your Play-Doh. I don't know if you can see these. You can get these from like a pack of 5 from the shops. And also if you wanted to, you could put some, as I said before in my video, I'm not very good at this, some essence. So that's like peppermint essence. And you could use that to make your Play-Doh smell a wee bit, but that's really up to you. I just wanted to show you some cutters that I've got. Again, these are cutters that I have at home, and you can see that they're not small plastic child-friendly cutters, but if you sit with your wee one and you show them how to use them safely, usually the cutters have a kind of sharper edge, one sharper edge and a more blunt edge, but if you're sitting with your wee one and you're showing them how to use them safely, then they'll soon learn to risk assess themselves, and it's just a really good idea to allow them to do that. The other thing I just found in my cupboard actually are these cases that I bought at Christmas time to make pies, and I think I got about 50 for £1, so they were relatively cheap and great for just again just extending their imagination and allowing them to have a tool for extending their creativity and imagination. So the other thing I wanted to show you is if you wanted to create, you can invite some friends and you could have a birthday party. So here we go, we've got 3 little friends and 3 little cakes and 3 little candles, okay? So it could be someone's 3rd birthday. So again, you're talking about how many friends you come, how many cakes will you need for your friends, what age are your friends? Maybe your friends are 3. You could make a number 3 with the dough. So if your wee ones are ready for that kind of play, then that's a brilliant way to get them to identify, create 3 things, and then help them to identify what the number 3 actually looks like by actually making it with Play-Doh. So really simple stuff. The other thing I've made is, I don't know if you remember from your own child, maybe singing the rhyme, 3 currant buns in the baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. So you could encourage your wee ones to put a cherry on the top. Again, that's us encouraging our wee ones to think about the position of things, isn't it? So put the cherry on top, and then along came someone with a penny one day. He took a currant bun, he bought a currant bun, and he took it right away. So how many currant buns do we have left? We have 2 currant buns left. That's right, we have two currant buns in the baker shop. So actually your wee ones are learning to count, but they're also learning to do subtraction, but in a really fun and subliminal way. So that's a really good idea. The other thing I've done is just made some stars. Of course, to your wee one, these will be their biscuits. I've made a big star, a medium-sized star, and a tiny wee baby star. And how many stars have we made? We made 1, 2, 3. And again, it's just about it's just about the chat. The next thing I've got here is a pair of scissors. Now, children love snipping dough. It's so satisfying. So you could encourage your wee ones to make a big snake, or it could be a great big sausage, and then you could encourage them to snip the sausage. Oops. So I'm going to try and do this while holding the camera. This is not very easy, I have to just say. So I'm going to ask them to cut it into 1, 2, 3 pieces. 1. Oops. This is actually really tricky. I need an assistant. 1, 2, 3 pieces. Okay. Now, the other thing I've got here is thinking about 3-dimensional shapes. We've got a ball. I wondered if you could make a ball with your Play-Doh. And again, if you've got things at home, maybe cubes or bricks or Lego or something like that, again, it's just about saying, come on, we'll make the same shape as the Lego. And so that's like a cube. It's called a cube, and let's see if we can make one the same shape. The last thing I've got to show you is some wee pies. And I've made 3 pies with these little silver dishes, and I've made pies with different patterns. So I've used a fork to make some stripes. I've used a knife to make some crosses, And I've used a straw, which is just brilliant, a straw that I had in my drawer, to make some spotty patterns. Okay, so these are just a few ideas, you'll see here. These are just a few wee ideas of things that were around my kitchen, and that might offer you some ideas of how you can support your wee one to explore the Play-Doh. And what I would really love you to do mostly is just sit back and relax and really enjoy the experience. And if you make something that you would really like to share with me, then please do email me. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you would like some more ideas, then get in touch and I'll be happy to have a wee chat with you. Okay, take care. Thank you. Bye.